What, you thought I was gonna let you get a long rest after a squid fight?
Yes.
I mean, I had some vague hope of getting those remaining hit points back, but alright.
Well, to be fair, you could have taken a short rest. Anything throughout the day would have been considered a short rest. Your time spent chatting with Runa, any dinner time. You can take hit dice if you'd like. I'll allow that if you would like that, but...
Oh, 1d8 plus 2. 7 it is. I'm topped off.
Well, you hear the scream that wakes you in the night.
Alright.
Oh, am I still in my armor? No, pretty sure.
No,
No.
You're not in armor. It's not like a scream of bloody battle. It's just like a singular scream that's strangled and choked, and then quiet.
I grab my glaive and I run towards the screen.
Alright, well, the scream is gone now at this point. You were woken by it, but you don't know where exactly. You know it wasn't in your room, it just wasn't. It's kind of hard to...
Start making my way towards the main deck.
Yeah.
Alright, well, so
I'll
you
grab
get to
my
the door.
longsword,
Make a
too.
perception check for me first.
Initiative, you said?
I got
Perception.
Perception.
I got a hot spicy 12.
Better than me, I got a 7.
I got a solid 19.
You are so used to waking up in the morning and booping whiles that your first instinct is to roll over to, you know, just kind of go in that general direction. And you note his hammock is empty.
Not my dwarf buddy!
My favorite part about this is this has been pre-written for weeks, and I did not expect this love of wiles when I did this.
He's great, though.
To be honest, do you ever expect us to do any certain NPC, Brian?
Never the NPC I think. It's never the NPC I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Wiles did not have a personality. He was just meant to be the bodyguard, and you guys gave him everything.
You thought it
What
would
you
be
saying,
Citrine, right?
I totally thought it was gonna be Citrine.
I'm still curious what's in her box, but...
I'm curious about our box, but I have no interest in Citrine at all.
This is what happens. I make the NPC I think you guys are going to be interested in. I give them a personality. I create one that I think you're going to have no interest in. I don't bother too much with their personality. And then I just kind of have to make it up on the fly because you guys are interested in the wrong NPC. Or I chose the wrong NPC I thought you'd be interested in, rather.
No, Wiles! But he's such a wily dwarf, and he kicked my ass.
Yeah, Wiles is not there.
Well, let's go find
He
him.
certainly did. Well, just gonna start wandering the ship, or are you going to investigate the sea?
Investigate the scene.
Yeah, how the hell did he get out of there without waking me up?
That's a very good question. Anyway, you might want to investigate the scene to try and find out.
Yeah, we should certainly do that.
Roll investigation checks.
Investigate. Flat 17.
2.
16 on my end.
Alright, so Ian and Tia, you both notice things, whereas Lilith is like, what's going on? Where'd he go? Just like lifting the hammock that has Citrine in it and dumping her out. But the two of you find that there's been no sign of struggle other than Citrine being dumped out of her hammock, and all of his belongings are gone. Just his belongings are gone. No sign of struggle. It's almost like he just walked out of the room, except both of you rolled high enough to notice that the holy symbol of Bella that he wears around his neck, hanging from, it's tangled in the strings of his hammock, hanging there almost like it was broken off his neck, like it got snagged when he got up.
Ooh, that's not good. So somebody would have had to be able to pick up a dwarf?
Pick up a dwarf and do so silently.
Yeah. It's a good bit of force there. The hell? We have a bunch of elves on board.
You also have a bunch of dwarves on board.
Not as many dwarves. Also, they'd have to reach the dwarf, and I was on the bottom last I knew.
He doesn't sleep above you. He's a dwarf. Dwarves don't like heights, and they don't like flying, and they don't like boats, and he's on one of those things. He's going to be as low as possible.
Hey, you need to specify these things. If you're going to specify that I'm on the lower and he sleeps right there.
He sleeps right there, as in next to, not above.
Beds are a thing.
He sleeps below Mother Miriam.
Well, either way, he's not sleeping there right now.
No, but his hammock is the one that's right below hers.
I'm going to check the kitchen.
All right, well, Mother Merim is going to turn to you and say, I will stay here in case he returns. I'm not used to not having protection here, so I will be keeping Citrine if you don't mind.
Please.
I'm worried. Please bring him back.
We're going to try. Because who else am I going to boop in the morning?
Citrine just kind of gives you a look and takes a step back.
She's just like, not me.
So, you want to
going
head
to go to
toward
the kitchen.
galley?
Yes,
All right.
because that is where I have most commonly seen dwarves.
Do you put your armor on, or you just walk out in your clothes? What do you do?
I mean, I'm putting my
Armor
arm
up,
on.
'cause
Yeah.
I
We're
don't
having this
trust
conversation. Because clearly he was abducted, so clearly someone on here is hostile. So, yeah.
Yeah, we take the time. Armor up.
You gear up, and you head out. Alright. So, you all start heading off, and you have to cross the deck to do so, which it's eerily quiet this time of night, even with the night guard making their rotations. You guys just start walking across the deck.
Yeah, I want to check.
Mm-hmm.
You want to check the main deck?
I want to check
Roll me an investigation check.
too.
That's a 2.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
No one here. Everything seems ordinary here, guys.
Tia, you rolling as well?
I was curious about something.
What were you curious about?
Nothing that needs to be concerned with.
Did you roll and just roll poorly, or were you just curious about something and don't care to share?
I was really just rolling for the funsies.
You may have noticed something.
Not with a 9, I didn't.
Well, you noticed more than them.
Better than a 6.
They got a 6 and a 2.
Oh wait, yours is investigation? I even got a 10.
There you go. You got even more then. You got 2 of the pieces of information rather than 1.
Ah,
First thing you notice is the night guards seem to be a bit more on edge than the day guards. They're scanning the water, which to you sounds pretty much right, because last time you got attacked it came right out of the water. But they're kind of staring out at the water. And with that, you kind of glance up and you look at the crow's nest. And the spotter in the crow's nest is also scanning the water, not the horizon. The spotter's meant to be staring at the horizon to try and see approaching ships or land masses. He's staring at the water, and he's looking all around, not just the direction that the ship is going. He's also looking back. So as you're crossing, one of the night guard notices you. This is an elven guard named Lorin. 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 He's a guy, too. He looks and he goes, "What are you doing on the deck?"
One of the shipmates have gone missing. Wiles?
The dwarf?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we can report it to the captain. You can go back to your quarters. That's not a problem.
We'd feel better looking for him ourselves.
Well, you can't be on the deck at night. Anyone out here, if anything goes wrong, it's dark. I don't know if all of you can see in the dark. We can. Elves have night shift for a reason. You can just be stumbling all over each other.
I can see.
I can't. Mhm.
I remedy that issue. I light a torch.
He instantly smacks it out of your hand into the water. Wooden boat.
I mean, if I wanted to set the boat on fire.
I could give you guys some light if you need it.
Listen, you should just go back to your room. It'll be fine. But we'll take care. We'll talk to the captain when he wakes up.
I don't think
It's
it'll be
a
fine.
ship. He can't really have been. He can't have gone anywhere.
But did you hear the scream earlier?
I didn't hear a scream.
Yeah, he was abducted right out of his bed in the room that we all share, and we have no idea where he went.
And trudging about on the deck of the ship in the middle of the night's not going to solve that. You can go back to your room, or make some kind of check.
But I'm hungry and want to go to the galley.
Make a persuasion check.
Best roll, not the worst. It is a 12.
Yeah, he's like, fine, go talk to Cookie, get something to eat, and go back to your room, but we can't have you trudging about on the deck.
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll go do
tell you
that.
what, on my way back, I'll make something light up so you can see me.
I can see you is the fact that humans can't see in the dark. That could cause problems. Just go get your food. And he just goes back to what he's doing, but he just keeps kind of glancing over in your direction as you're walking away.
I'm just gonna wink at him and wander off, because this is going to be my thing now.
That was him. He just goes...
Yep. Off to the galley. I'm gonna go find Cookie.
To the galley. Alright, well, you do find Cookie. She is hard at work. Farrell is napping in his hammock in the back. You walk in, just... Oh, I wasn't expecting anyone this late. What can I do for you lot?
Well, you seem to be missing a friend and hoped that perhaps you might have seen something.
Unless you came here to eat something and vanished right in front of me, I wouldn't have seen much. I rarely ever leave this area.
Oh, I thought maybe you might have liked to go for a nice stroll on the deck or something. It's lovely up there, when the elves aren't grumping.
Oh, they're always grumping. But I keep telling Fenrir I wouldn't mind going for a walk, moonlit walk and whatnot, but he's always asleep by this point. Being a boatswain, he takes care of everything on the ship, making sure that it's running. But he's always so tired by the end of the day. I'm just hoping by the time we get to the Mace region, we'll have a little shore leave so that we can enjoy each other's company a bit more.
Has he been here the whole time?
For the most part, when he's not checking on rigging or the sides or the sails, and I won't pretend I know how the damn thing works. I just know it gets me across the ocean, and my pot's never empty, so...
We sure hope your pot doesn't go empty, because that stuff is good.
Oh, no, and you can see there are stew pots just bubbling away at this point. And go ahead and make me a insight check, if you'd like.
Oh, 21.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
20.
20 is good. Jesus Christ is not a number.
It is now. I got 15.
15. You get most of this. I think all of you would kind of get this at this point. She's got 4 or 5 pots bubbling away back behind in the galley, because you're on one side of a counter, she's on the other, and you see that there are 4 or 5 very large cauldrons bubbling away, and she's cooking enough food probably to serve 2 or 3 times the number of people on this ship. You don't know that unless she's got a place to store all of this, you don't think you guys are packing away quite that much food. And to be fair, a lot of the squid it was large, it takes up a lot, but a lot of the meat that isn't used is cured and kept below deck, not just cooked, because it'll go bad faster that way.
So what you cooking? Could we have a sneak peek for the morning?
Oh, well, there's the oatmeal and a little more of that squid stew.
There's
why
some
so
4
much?
cauldrons, though.
Oh, you know how the crew can pack it away.
No.
I don't think we're packing away that much.
You know you're allowed to insight check things that people say if you like.
No, I don't know these things.
If you feel suspicious about a person and what they're saying, you're allowed to just roll an insight
I want to
check.
insight
Well,
that.
I don't trust any of the things coming from her face. And I rolled a 25, so friggin' what the hell?
I got a 17 that time.
She rolled a natural 20, but
So did I!
I was going to say she doesn't have a plus, so if you guys got a 19 or higher, you can tell she's deflecting. She is not telling the truth, or at least not the whole truth, but she is definitely deflecting your question, trying to just kind of like gaslight it, like, no, it's just they eat a lot, there's whatever, don't worry. And and Tia, you're just like, there's something going on here.
Just a bit, yeah, no, we both nat 20'd.
I don't notice anything.
Yeah, the two of you're like, maybe these dwarves are fatter than we thought. Maybe that's all fat, not muscle. Maybe they eat like 3 gallons of oatmeal a day. Who knows?
Or the elves have a really good workout regime and they can always just like eat this much and still stay like sticks.
Super elvish metabolism.
Can I see what's in the pots? I'm a little bit new to this whole cooking thing, and I'm just
sure.
fascinated.
She opens it up, and there are 2 of the pots are just filled with oatmeal.
Yep.
And 3 of the pots are filled with what you ate for dinner, the squid stew, that she's just making more of that. It's legitimately the food, but you can go ahead and make a perception check if you like while you're back there.
Sure. I am rolling well this evening.
Look at that. And the 2 of you can make a perception check from where you are, just because you're there and looking around, but you only have a chance to see one of the 2 things because you didn't go back.
I have
Well,
a
I got
non-natural
19.
20, though.
14.
14.
Perception, I think it's just 19.
19.
No, 20 modified.
All right. So you don't really notice much there, Lilith, but both Tia and Ian notice that there are dozens and dozens of trays and bowls and mugs, both clean and ready to be washed. Dozens and dozens. There are 18, well now 16 crew members and 6 members of like the upper crew, like the captain, the first mate, the boatswain, the cook, the quartermaster, and the navigator. And then there's the 6 of you.
Yeah, we're not
on the
using
pilgrimage?
60 place settings here.
So
No.
16 plus 12
There's
people?
there's a lot, yeah, 16 plus 12. So there's like 30 people, and there are dozens and dozens of these place settings ready to go.
Why do we have so many mugs and trays and stuff?
Before we get to that one, Tia, what you notice being back there is a chute in the back by where Fenrir is sleeping. It is latched shut.
There's a door? A chute?
A chute, like you would drop something down it.
What? What's below here?
Below here? Just below deck. I'm not ever quite sure what's directly under us. As I said, I don't really know the layout of the ship. Fenrir would know a little better, but why do you ask?
Just seems like there's an awful lot going on in here and not an awful lot going on above here. So something's got to be going on below here.
I'm very confused by what you just said. Both the character and the dungeon master, not a clue what you're trying to say here.
There's too much here, and there's not enough people above us, so there needs to be something below us.
I mean, what's making you think that?
There's a lot of mugs and trays here for a crew of just under 30 people.
And you know, I love oatmeal as much as anybody else, but that is a lot of oatmeal.
We can take on more crew members at any given point. We can...
In the middle of the sea?
No, whenever we hit port, we can take on new members, we can lose members. As we saw today, you know, we can lose or break.
This isn't a very big ship. This has a lot of mugs and trays.
There's so many place settings, and not that many people.
Well, some days I don't feel like doing the dishes. I mean, you try cooking for 30 people every day and feel like doing the dishes at every meal.
I want to roll insight.
You totally can.
Yep, no, this sounds like shenanigans right around here.
She is...
I'm so sorry, Cookie.
Dodgy,
16.
Insight plus 3, so I got 19.
21.
Yeah, she is lying through her teeth right now. Absolutely lying through her teeth. And she's getting a bit nervous, too. Because you're being quite belligerent in your questioning, and she's starting to get a little bit nervous.
I go up to her calmly. I don't think you're telling us the truth. What's going on? Why do we have so much stuff up here and so much food for a crew of under 30 people?
I told you, there's sometimes we just need to have the extras. Now, if you're going to be this nosy about our operation, you can leave my kitchens.
No, but could you just point us in the direction of below deck or below here? How do we get under here?
But you just take the stairs down below deck. You've been on the ship. You know how to get down there. That's where your cabins are.
Where does the chute go?
Oh, it's just a garbage chute. Anything that's waste, I just throw there and it goes out into the ocean.
Mind opening it for us?
I don't want to.
And why not? It's just a garbage chute, is it not?
It smells awful.
But if it goes out into the ocean...
Yeah, there shouldn't be anything under there.
Not everything gets in there on the first go. Starts to rot. Plus, have you ever smelled the ocean directly when it's been sitting in a little area just stagnant for a while?
Why is it stagnant?
There's water stays some places. Sometimes it pools.
Listen. Our friend of ours is going missing. We're just
And I'm very sorry to hear that.
We're just trying to cover all our bases.
Unless he jumped down the garbage chute, which he would have had to walk past me, which he did not do.
I'm gonna check that one.
We just want to check we just want to check for ourselves.
Are you going to insight check her about jumping down the garbage chute?
No, I'm going to insight check her about him not walking past her.
All right, you can do that, yes.
I mean, jumping down the chute probably isn't a whole lot of fun. But that's a 24.
Yeah, she rolled a 2. She's being honest with you when she says he hasn't been here.
Something's fucked up about the chute.
Regardless, we just want to check for ourselves. So if you'd be so kind as to open the latch.
I am not going to be doing that. First of all, it's going to disrupt Fenrir's sleep, and he has a lot to do. Second of all, I am not inclined to. Get out of my galley.
Well, can you point us towards where we could access it otherwise?
Yes, the ocean. You can go jump off the ship and swim underneath, and you would get to...
What's holding this thing together? The latch?
It's a metal latch.
On a wooden ship?
On a wooden ship, yes.
So it could easily be broken off.
Yes, you can definitely attack, and probably have the night guard called in to attack you.
It's an option. Just putting it out there, it's an option, but
Start killing your way through the ship.
Let's not do that.
Nah.
Has anyone else been through?
Just myself and Fenrir.
I'm just gonna do that sweet insight. I have an 18.
Just herself and Fenrir. She's getting agitated with you, but she's not lying to you about that. She seems to only be deflecting on the questions about what's down the chute and why she has so much of everything. That's it.
I mean, unless she's using it as bait. It'd be weird too. Or feeding what's down the chute.
Which, if that's the option, are you sure you want to open it?
Yeah. It's gotta get opened at some point.
But not necessarily right now, right?
We do need to figure out what to do. Because clearly, we've got a buddy missing, and that's not cool.
I look at Cookie. What's really down there? You seem to be really dodgy about that stuff.
I told you what's down there, so either get out of my kitchen, or I'm going to have to call the guard in to have you removed.
Hey, Cookie. Sorry, we're just really worried about our friend, and it's weird that there's weird questions about food and shoots, you know? We're just
Yes, it's very weird. I don't know why these questions have anything to do with your missing friend. Go talk to the captain. He'll help you find your friend.
How is the chute positioned around her buddy there? Because now I'm just mad.
Behind his head.
Behind his head? So can you, like, lean over him?
He's sleeping in a hammock, and it's tied to the corner next to where the chute is, and the head part is tied to that corner, and the foot part is tied to like a rafter almost, so that he's laying horizontally along the wall, and the chute is next to him. So you can go over to where he is, but you might bump him or, jostle him when you try to get it open.
See, I'm really bad at the stealthing. Anybody else better at the stealthing?
Nope.
I'm looking at 2 paladins with negative dex.
Nope. We're all bad at the stealthing.
I say we just go see the captain.
Hope the captain does anything.
Well, he might be able to answer our questions as to why there's so much food.
So much food, and what's in the chute.
Mugs.
But we also have to deal with the guard who's rather perturbed about us wandering around in the middle of the night.
Or we could find our way to wherever that chute lets out under.
We could jump down the chute.
The chute's locked though.
Yeah, but if we're jumping down it, they're not following us, so who cares if we wake anybody up?
Yeah, but the thing is, what's down there? We don't know.
Right? That's the fun! Deck saves. It's full of deck saves.
God, that'd be awful. It's your call. You wanna just say fuck it and go down, bust open the chute and go down it, or you can go see the captain and maybe he might be able to answer our questions.
Tell you what. Why don't you try opening the door to go see if you can get across the deck, Mr. Blind in the Dark?
That's what I'm saying, it's your call.
They won't talk to the captain until morning. We don't know if our buddy's dead.
Your call.
What do I have in my pack?
I'll help you break open the latch if that's what you want.
I gotta see what I got here. I mean, see how far we can see. But if we do that, we're probably gonna wake up the dude. Why do I have manacles?
Why not?
I also appear to have a whip for some strange reason. I have a fascinating inventory.
You really do.
I wasn't trying to go there with it, but now you're just throwing ammo at me.
right there.
Like, Jesus.
I really have no idea. Nicole, any thoughts?
I think we shouldn't agitate the one who cooks the food anymore.
That does not give us anything. We already determined that.
Well, yes, but I think we should leave the galley and find our way to find out what's under the ship where we're not staying. Like what's
you mean
in
by
the lower...
you want to jump off the ship?
No. The lower part of the ship. What's underneath where the main deck is and such. Other than...
Where are the stairs that lead down towards the underdeck?
Well, below where you guys are staying, there's another part. Usually that's where water gets into the ship, but it's used there for counterbalance.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of the name of that. There probably isn't access for that somewhere below deck.
That's where I'm thinking we should check out.
Yeah, that's where we should go then.
We can try.
Because as curious as I am about the chute, I also don't really want to piss off the one who's cooking the food.
Well,
more than we already have.
I go to knock out Cookie.
Roll the hit.
Not up. Don't knock out Cookie.
I was just saying like, I go to knock out Cookie if that's an option. I'm not gonna lie. You said it's an option. I was just like, yeah, I'm knocking her out.
It's like, Brother Ian, what are you doing?
15.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She's wonderful, and she has stuff literally on the fire. You don't knock out the person who's cooking.
No, that's a bad idea.
You want burnt oatmeal? That's how you get burnt oatmeal.
That's how you get a burnt wooden boat.
It's on simmer. It's it's like cooking children. You low heat, long time.
9 plus 14.
She's out. Bung. Now do me a favor. Roll a stealth check real quick.
Oh, good. Oh, 16.
And Fenrir
17 minus 1.
Fenrir has disadvantage to hearing it. He rolled 2 6s, so he's not hearing Cookie getting bonked on the back of the head.
Oh, Cookie.
And Cookie just hits the ground. Good job. You took out the level 1 commoner.
I check her body for a key.
Alright, there's no key because it's a latch.
Then wait, we could just open it.
Why the hell did you knock out the cook?
Because if we tried to open the latch, she'd call for the guards, and that would be more of an issue.
So will hubby.
She has her hammock back here too, right?
I go to knock out the husband. She says, "What's the husband?" I take my glaive and walk over to the sleeping dwarf.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You have advantage. Is this lethal or non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal, just knocking him out.
Just checking.
More than he is. That's a modified 20, though.
That'll hit him. Roll your damage.
Now we're max damage, so
my gosh.
15.
15. Alright, you hit him. He just, oh, what the hell? He looks up at you standing over him with a glaive. What the hell? And he like reaches for a weapon and roll initiative.
Shit.
Oh, for son of a fucking god. Why? Why did you do this?
Man. So even though I roll a natural 20 for initiative,
oh my god,
that's what happens.
On the bright side, he rolled a 6, so...
Yeah, but that's what happens to my natural 20.
It still becomes a 19, I know. You go first, then it's going to be Tia, then he goes, and then Lilith, you go, because you have a minus to initiative and he has a plus, even though you both got 6s.
Is he still prone as he grabs his weapon?
He grabs his weapon, he's laying in a bed, he hasn't gotten a chance to stand up, so yes, you still have advantage to attack.
Non-lethal. 19.
That hits.
I don't
10
agree
points
with
of
any
bludgeoning.
of this.
10 points of damage.
Alright, you hit him again. Go! What the? And Tia, you're up.
I'm going to hold my action.
Alright.
I'm literally hitting him with the stick part of my glaive.
I don't agree with this.
I contemplated it. Brian said it. I was listening and thinking about it. Just like.
There's no reason for this crap to happen.
He rolls out of the bed and he swings at you, yelling, "Guards! Guards! Attack! Attack!" And he swings for Brother Ian. Now I have to roll the guards initiative.
Oh, shit.
It's like we're going down the latch.
And now the attack. That is going to be 14 to hit you.
No, I have our AC is 16.
All right.
This is ridiculous, and I would like to reiterate this.
It's very ridiculous.
I blame Brian.
Lilith, you're up.
Me? Shit.
Can I wander over and like open the
Not
latch
your turn. Not your turn.
when it is my turn? Like I'm asking
You
if
can
that's a thing
totally
that I
do
can
that.
do.
Oh yeah, you can do anything you want as long as it's within the bounds of physics and magic that you're capable of doing. You can do anything.
She has her hammock back there too, right?
She rarely
Cookie?
ever sleeps. She sleeps in the hammock when Fenrir's not there.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna pick her up and put her in her hammock, but
So the guards walk in, and there's 3 of you standing there, weapons drawn, with the 2 dwarves just unconscious in their hammocks.
Hey, my weapon is not drawn. I am not hitting this guy.
yeah, mine's not drawn either. I'm gonna. I don't know what to do here.
Open the latch. Open the latch.
Go open the latch. He's out his bunk. I mean, bunk. His hammock.
Oh shit.
What
Oh,
do you do? Drop him down? Drop
Oh
him
no.
down? See what
I'm gonna go
happens?
down the chute.
how wide is the chute anyway?
It's wide enough for a body, but just that. It's probably about a 2.5 foot by 3 foot. I mean, probably 3 by 3.
Gotcha. Okay, good to know.
Solid size, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a door. You're not looking down the tube. You don't really know what's down there, but
Yeah. I'm gonna try to. I don't want to get near them. Go over and open the latch, I guess.
all right. So you walk over. You just flick the latch open, and you open the door to
chute?
it.
Yeah.
Inside the chute, there is a little wooden box that has 2 ropes on either side of it. Inside the box that seem to go through the box completely, by the way.
Huh. So that's sending like trays and stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's a dumbwaiter.
Yeah, the dumbwaiter.
Yeah, it's a dumb waiter.
She could have just said that she was like sending food down to like the captain when he doesn't like get out of his
that's a lot.
cabin. But alright, cool. That's I mean I I don't think I have enough time in my turn to pull it up.
It's your action to open the door, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, oh no, it's there. It's not. It doesn't need to go up.
Oh.
It's there. You can put something in and set it down if you wanted. One thing. Ian, you're up.
What's in the chute?
It's a dumbwaiter.
Nice. I look at what's his name? I can't remember.
Fenrir.
Fenrir.
Mm-hmm.
So why was Cookie lying about the dumbwaiter there?
He looks over at Cookie. You hurt my wife.
She is just sleeping.
Yeah, well, that's your 6 seconds. So unless you're taking an attack.
I am going to attack him. If he's still going to be hostile.
Oh, you attacked his wife. He's 100% hostile.
I said she was sleeping.
She has a giant lump on the back of her head, and she's laying face down on the ground.
And she's sleeping. I don't know. I sleep face down.
Okay, how about this? He knows you're full of shit. How's that sound?
I mean, that's the difference. See, there's a difference. I got a 17 that time.
That hits him.
7 points of damage.
He is unconscious as you wail him on the side of the head.
Non-lethal, yeah.
Yep, he's unconscious as you wail him on the side of the head. And that's when you hear the footfalls slamming towards the door.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad.
Tia, you're up.
I'm going down the dumbwaiter.
Alright, so you jump in the dumbwaiter and you start lowering yourself down.
Yep.
We don't. She's sending food down there. They might.
So you just jump in and you start.
It was just like, okay.
Start lowering yourself down. Alright.
Yep.
Alright.
So
It's like there might be people down. And she just goes down.
There might be.
So next we have the guards. As the door is kicked open and they line the room. You're on the other side of the counter, by the way, so there's actually a counter between you guys. They line up with their bows drawn and just start firing. 3 and 3.
They just start firing. No surrender, no cease and desist. Just start firing.
They see the cook and her husband on the ground, you with a glaive standing over him.
I want
and
to drop my glaive. They said cease and desist.
They don't know who you are. They just, they don't know you from Adam. They're just gonna, they see their compatriots that they've served years with on the ground, bleeding. Cause
Why are they
doing
bleeding?
bludgeoning. You ever been hit in the head?
Hey,
By
man.
a stick, you bleed.
I hit them dead.
You hit him hard enough to knock him out 3 times.
I mean, that's his fault for being so resilient.
Well, let me take a dowel and slam you in the head 3 times and tell me you won't have cuts or lacerations. That is a 21. This is going to be against, the first 3 are going to be against Brother Ein, and the next 3 are going to be
20
against
20 and-
Sister
20
Lilith. 21 hits. Oop, that is 15.
That misses, which is better. Jesus.
That is 17.
That hits.
Alright, so you are going to take 8 points of piercing damage as you are shot with arrows. And now for the attacks. Ooh, that one was a crit fail. And he's gonna shoot an ally, but the nearest ally that he's shooting at, or toward, is technically for you, Cookie. Who is on the ground unconscious.
She's prone unconscious, though.
Yeah, it was a crit fail.
Can they see her? She was behind the counter, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's behind the counter.
Ricochets off
No,
of the.
no.
But
That
that
sucks.
against you, that's an 18 for the first shot.
Nope.
I could have I could have
An 18 misses?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is your armor class?
19.
Damn, then that one misses too. So you don't take any damage, but Cookie is laying slain on the ground in front of you.
She dead?
Yeah, she was a commoner.
Come on, man.
Dude,
So
you beat her up.
They shot her dead.
Yeah, and
By
we told you not to hit the
accident.
cook.
Hey, man. Accidents, they still shot her dead. I ain't kill her.
All right, so Fenrir is unconscious, doesn't know that his wife is now dead. Lilith, you're up.
What a train wreck.
Why are y'all firing bows across the counter near by 2 unconscious people?
They don't see the unconscious people. They saw
Because you
Fenrir on
knocked
the
their
ground.
asses unconscious.
They saw Fenrir on the ground, they heard him screaming for help, and you're standing over his body with a glaive, and the other very heavily armored person is standing there as well. So, Lilith,
Oh, I don't know what to do. Tia's still working her way down the chute, right?
she's working her way down the chute, which means you can jump in there.
Yeah, you can
It
get on top of
might-
the box.
You can get on top of the box. It might break the box. You don't know. It might send you 2 of you crashing to the ground. But who knows?
I also have strength to like work myself down with the rope.
You can do that too.
I'm gonna
Acrobatics
try.
You jump in. Do me a favor, athletics check.
I'm good at athletics. Let's see if
Yeah,
the
just
roll actually.
drop yourself into the kill box. That's a good idea.
19.
19, yeah, you start climbing your way down. You eventually get to the point where your feet hit the box, and so Tia, you hear vroom as something hits the top of the box as you're working your way down.
Sorry.
So,
Lilith.
Ian,
I go over and close the latch.
you slam the door shut, close the latch.
You locked us in there?
To be fair, he actually probably just saved Lilith's life because she is in a kill box.
Yes.
They can't miss her.
Yeah.
She's in a 3x3 square, can't move anywhere. It's just fire down and you're gonna hit her.
Yeah.
We'll close the kill box and brace for murder.
Tia,
And when I say murder, I mean mine, not theirs.
Imminent
Tia.
demise.
you gonna just keep working your way down?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. I am in this box now.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna put those away. We don't really need, we don't need the gratuitous death of Ian on our hands.
Nah, man, I'm going out without. I want to go out without a fight. I'm not going out without a fight.
All
They gotta.
right.
I gotta buy them time to get down there.
All right, then. Let's see how much time you buy them. Those are both misses. I rolled a 4 and a 7. Nothing I add to that is going to help. That is an 18 and a 16.
Both hit.
All right. And the last 2 attacks are going to miss. So look at that, you're only taking 2d6.
Yeah.
You did this to yourself.
Is 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow. Alright.
You better start laying your hands.
If there's coldness, I'm assuming there's at least some light down here.
There's some light, yeah. Yeah.
Fire.
Oh, dear lord. So Lilith, you're standing on top of the box as it's being worked down. You just hear arrows hitting the wall above you that you've left. Wow, this became a shit show so fast.
Someone decided to be dumb.
Is it my turn yet?
I believe it, unless Lilith is doing anything else.
I can't. I'm just working my way down with, as the box moves.
She's standing on my box.
Sorry.
You're not working your way anywhere. You're just on for the ride.
So, Ian, it's your turn.
Bonus action, I cast Shield of Faith.
All right. What are you doing with your action? You gonna Leroy Jenkins it?
I'm gonna have to, man. But I'm not gonna attack. They have bows, right?
Yeah.
How far are they from the counter?
Probably only about 15 feet. It's not big. 10,
How far am I
feet.
from the door?
They're kind of blocking the door, but about 10, 15 feet.
I'll bulldoze through them.
All right. You're
They
gonna
have They have bows ready. Yeah, it's just like I don't think opportunity attacks is a thing.
All right. So you're gonna take Shield of Faith and you're gonna bulldoze through them.
I jump over the counter.
Jump over the counter, eh?
No, I'm not doing that just because I know you.
Athletics check, please.
17 on a die.
You just vault over that counter. Your feet don't even touch it. You just one hand. You fly over it, and you just bulldoze your way through them. You're gonna get 2 opportunity attacks. They're gonna try to hit you, just like punch you. But they're not good at that, so that is a 15.
Nah, I'm waiting for that one deck crit, that punch.
And an 8.
Damn, I was waiting for that crit punch. You're like, what did he like? Man, like punches me. He's like, damn, I'm good at this.
Boom! Just knock him to the ground, just dead. So as you're running out, I'm gonna get to. We're gonna skip Tia just for a second in initiative because there's a new player has entered the game. As you bull out that door, you're like, haha, I got away. You look in front of you, and a snow leopard is coming right at your face.
What the fuck?
Jumps over you and slams into one of the guards.
What the fuck?
Sup, Citrine?
I stopped. Yo, I stopped, head. I stopped. What the fuck?
And she mauls that one to death.
I just want to imagine in slow motion just a snow leopard just running over, jump over me. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like the most messed up Free Willy ever. Let's see, which one was that she just mauled to death? That would be Cerise. Cerise is now dead.
Oh my god.
This is your fault. I hope you know that.
This is Bryan's fault, yeah.
No, no, it is not.
Yeah, this is definitely Bryan's fault. I agree wholeheartedly.
Fucking massacre.
This is definitely Bryan's fault, man. It's
Nope.
craziness.
Well, you just got help.
Yeah, that help ain't gonna stop me. I'm gonna get shot and they're gonna kill me.
Well, Tia, you finally get to the bottom.
Oh, good. So, let me, I guess...
There is another door. This one is not latched. As you push on it, it gives a little bit.
I would like to carefully peek out as well as I am able.
All right.
Before I go climbing out of my box?
All right. As you peek out, it's hard because it opens like bottom to top, like someone on the outside would have to lift it open.
Yeah.
So you're kind of peeking out at an angle, so you're seeing it's dark. It's damp. It smells of mildew, and she wasn't lying to you. It smells bad down there. It smells like rot. It smells like decay. It smells like waste. It's just a terrible, terrible smell all around. but it's hard to really get sight of anything. You see almost like shelving, but it's really hard to see what's on it or tell, because again, you're peeking through like a crack maybe an inch wide.
Well, I have to get out of the way for my rider here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of the box.
Alright, you get out of the box.
Is Lilith, like, accessible from that point?
She's not. She's standing on top of a box. It's like standing on top of an elevator in the elevator shaft, but there's no door.
I figured as much. Like, how is she gonna get out of there?
That's a very good question.
This is the bottom.
This is the bottom.
Break the box. Just break the fucking box.
Yeah, jump on the box.
Just like break the top of it.
Yeah, let's see what you do on your turn.
Yeah.
But you get out and you look around and go ahead and make me a perception check.
18.
18. All around you, you see these shelves, almost shelving unit kind of things, built into the lower part of the deck. And lying on them are bodies. Dozens of bodies. Human, elf, dwarf, tiefling. Doesn't matter what race. They're all there and they're all shackled.
Oh, we have prisoners.
Laying there. You have prisoners, most definitely, but they are just laying there in the ship. And would you have noticed her is the question. Actually, yeah, you would have just noticed her. In the corner. You're on a slave ship, yep. In the corner, out from the corner comes Trill. In each hand, a short sword. And she's just looking at you. It's a real shame. Could have just made it all the way across the sea and not had a problem. She tightens her grip on both of them. And then it's going to be Lilith's turn.
So I don't want to leave Tia by herself.
Appreciate it.
So I'm just gonna like pull on the rope a little bit and slam my feet down to break the top of the box so I can get out.
I need you to make a strength check. Yeah, let's make this athletics.
Athletic? Alright. 11.
You slam into this and you feel the wood creaking a little bit, but considering this has to carry a lot of weight down and up,
yeah.
it is given a pretty good, it's pretty hardy.
Okay.
Alright. So Ian, what are you going to do?
I guess fucking leopard is helping me, so I go back down and hit the closest guard, non-lethally still.
Alright, roll to hit. Well, yeah, you're hitting non-lethal. She's
hit
currently
non-lethal. I'll hit non-lethally. She wants to eat them. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna be the one to kill someone tonight. I rolled a natural 1.
Roll again.
I rolled a 19.
Alright, you do not hit Citrine.
Citrine.
It'd be a real bad moment to hit her at this point right now.
What the fuck are you doing? Slash.
It was like, oh, you're working with them. Pounce, dead.
Tia, you're next.
So I seem to have taken a wrong turn on this ship.
You have.
That is unfortunate. Just looking for a buddy of mine.
Trill looks at you, looks over, and you see a dwarvish body shackled to the I keep calling it shelf. So she looks over at a dwarf that is clearly cleaner than the others, but that is definitely Wiles right there.
Yep, it looks like I may have encountered my companion.
Well, Trill looks at you, says, "Far be it from me to separate you."
Right. So I'll go ahead and grab him, and we can return to our party.
Are you going to start making your way over to him?
I'm gonna wait for her reaction first.
Well, she's on a different initiative than you, so that might take a minute. We'll go to Citrine then at that point, who starts tearing into another guard. Let's see how she does that one. That one, not dead from the impact, I don't think, but damn near. I think that leaves them at 1 hit point. So you, Ian, you hear screaming, like bloody screaming. The one you tried to hit and then missed so thoroughly, she turned and just like claws into the chest and then jaws right into the throat, just digging in and tearing at the throat. But the gurgling scream, they're not dead yet. Guards are going to go. That one I'm gonna say has disadvantage against her. And will miss. That leaves us with 4 other guards who, at this point, they're still inside, so they can't see you. You were, like, at the doorway. So they're going to be shooting at her. That's a miss. That's a crit. That's a crit fail. And they shoot their buddy who's getting his throat ripped out, so he's dead. And that's a miss. So, she's going to take not enough to knock her from her form. Alright. Lilith, you can have another try at
breaking
box?
through the box. Yep.
breaking through the box.
So another athletics check.
Another athletics check.
10.
10. You slam into it again, and not quite what you were hoping for. All right.
Quite a bit of noise over there.
Getting quite a bit. And now it's Trill's turn. Trill is going to move in with quite a bit of speed.
Right.
The first attack is going to miss you heartily. The second attack is a 17 plus 5, so 23.
Yeah, I am taking that hit.
So that's...
But there's really anything I could do about that.
15 points of slashing damage as she moves in. The first short sword goes past your head. You duck out of the way of it, and the second one catches you along the line of your belly, tearing a few... You're wearing scale mail, or are you wearing chain mail?
Scale mail.
Scale mail. You feel a couple rivets on your mail just kind of pop as the force of the blade hits into you. It's almost like she knew how to get the blade right in between the scales. And she steps about 10 feet away from you, blocking your way from your path to Wiles. She gets in between, but backs up out of your range of striking.
So she backed up more than 10 feet.
Yes.
No op attack?
No op attack.
Yeah, she's a friendly one.
She's a swashbuckler.
She's an asshole.
Yes.
Yup.
Okay. Well... Oh, she backed up, so I can't react.
Yep, and because of her ability as a swashbuckler, if she attacks you, you cannot take an opportunity attack against her.
That's fine. I mean, I was thinking of using a reaction, but she's too far away.
I mean, you can use the reaction as soon as you get hit.
I forgot I had the reaction. It took a second.
I will allow you to do it because it would happen as... And to be fair, Tia would know it, even if Sabrina sometimes forgets.
Though I will admit it is not going to be in my favor, but we'll go ahead and Wrath of the Storm then, so she has to make a dex save, which I'm sure she will be adept at.
She's quite good at those. I
Yeah.
just need to find her number. That is a 24.
Yeah, so that goes ahead, and I have to. So it's half 11.
Half of 11, she takes 5.
Did that. Awesome.
Alright. So, she hits you and goes to back up, and this crackling of electricity just goes through the water, and she manages to, like, duck out of the way of most of it, but there's still, like, an arc of lightning that stings out at her.
Yeah, is it? Yep.
Alright. Ian.
That guy is on the ground dying currently?
Oh, dead. Dead. He has an arrow in his throat now.
Oh.
What was left of it?
What was left of the throat now has an arrow in it.
What,
They were aiming
for...
for Citrine's head. They got him in the neck.
Okay. Well, I mean, they was going for my supposed to be too, because that shit's it's fucked up, man.
Yeah, no, one of his friends already beat you to it.
Thank goodness. I go up to one of the guys then, and you know,
You'd have to go back into the kitchen if you want to do that.
I go back into the kitchen.
Alright, you go back to the kitchen and find 4 archers just kind of staring in horror at what's going on.
You guys should probably just put down your bows. That thing is killing you guys. I don't want to kill you guys.
You started this!
I ain't kill no one. I only knock people out.
Uh-huh. That's going well.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
10.
No. 2 guys drop their bows, but the other 2 just kind of look at them like, kill them! And Tia, it's your turn.
That was my action? Fuck.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean...
If they're not dropping their bows, and I go up to the guys that still had their bows and go to try to knock them out.
Alright, roll to hit.
14.
14 will hit.
I get to reroll that because it's a 2.
There you go. But you have to take the result, even if it's a 1.
Yeah, 7 plus, I think it's 3, right? Yeah, 10 points of damage.
Alright, as you slam him in the side, and you just hear his breath just, but he's manages to keep his feet. And that's...
I want to make a parent, they do see me, I'm not hitting no one with the blade.
Yep, but it is their turn.
What?
Oh, it's Tia's turn, sorry, it's Tia's turn.
He is gonna have to get a wee bit aggressive here.
She's gonna have to be aggressive?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna have to get a touch closer and Thunder
Yep.
Waver.
I would like to point out she's standing right in front of the slaves.
Yeah, well, that's why it's a touch closer. Not by a lot. And that's why they're getting hit with an asshole and not with the asshole's weapon.
Alrighty, she has to make a con save, I believe.
No, she just gets max damage because I'm gonna channel everybody.
Ooh, alright.
I mean, she's not leaving me with a lot of options here. So she's just taking 16 damage.
Ooh. Alrighty.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I hope it helps. I'm not exactly doing great.
Citrine's turn. And do you know what I've been forgetting about the snow leopard?
What?
Multi-attack.
Oh god, no, she's going to murder everyone. I'm trying to stop her.
By the way, does Trill have to do a save after taking that much damage?
She's not, because it's not half her health. So Citrine is going to rush forward, and her claw is just going to rip out the rest. Just claw down this guy's face. His entire face just ripped clean off. The guy that you just hit with the glaive, she just finishes him off.
I'm trying to help you guys.
You started this!
She goes for the next one.
I'm trying.
She hits him.
Just go down.
And she murderizes the next guy. Just rips his, like, she bites down into his leg, and you just see his entire, like, quadricep gone. So blood just pouring out like a fountain. Like the artery is, like, on the ground over there, kind of bleeding.
Bryan, please, for the love of God, I'm trying to help these guys. Don't gotta describe how they're being brutally murdered to me.
I would like to remind you, JJ, this is 100% your fault.
No, it's your fault. No, most definitely your
No,
fault.
it is not.
No, it's
Although,
your-
to be fair,
Most definitely your fault.
to be fair, if Tia had smacked Fenrir before he had gotten up and called for help, this could have been entirely avoided too. But I'm not going to lay the blame on the person whose one-shot this is. I'm going to lay it clearly at the feet of the person who attacked Cookie. Anyway, Citrine just murderized guards. The only guards that are left are the ones that don't have their weapons. So they're going to try to run, and Citrine's going to take an attack of op against one of them. She's going to hit. And her claws just go right into the back, and you just tear down, and you just see that guy just goes down. He's dead. The other one is running. Unless you would like to take an op attack there, JJ. JJ?
Man's running already.
Yeah, he's running.
I'm just let him go.
Alright.
I'm gonna close the door behind him though.
just look at Citrine like, no, please don't.
Look, is this a stop? Yeah, I look at the snow leopard and I say the other two went down the dumbwaiter there. I don't know if there's another way to get down to that area. I doubt us going through the main deck. Don't attack me, please. Don't attack me, please.
Don't attack me, please. Entirely,
Oh
you're
wait,
doing.
I will use my action lay on hands on myself. Full 10 points.
Lilith, you're up.
I still need
Have
to
to
try to
break the
break.
box again.
I have to try to break the box again.
Do you want to know the number I want you to hit?
What?
14. I want you to hit 14.
Would it help if I pulled myself up on the rope a little bit and just used my weight to help come down on it?
Sure, you can have advantage on the athletics check if you do that.
Didn't even need that. That's a 19 on the die.
Alright, now make a dex check. Dex saving throw, technically.
Ah,
Natural 20, so 19.
You smash through the top of it, your weight coming down. You feel it kind of like shudder through your legs, but you're like, no, I'm not gonna fall. And you look up, and you see Tia doing battle with a woman. You see Trill. Thank you. I forgot that you knew who she was. You see her in battle with Trill.
And by the way, I ain't doing great.
You ain't doing great.
But it is an action for you to break that thing. So unless you have a bonus action.
I will bonus action Shield of Faith on Tia.
Alrighty.
The hell does that do?
Gives you a +2 to your armor class.
I will take this.
And that is a 14 since that was my magic.
Alright.
Oh, that's right. I
Ian.
didn't roll for that. On the bright side, I rolled an 18. We're good.
Yep.
I'm out. I see you. I bonus action +2 to your AC.
Thank you. That'll be
Welcome.
slightly harder to hit.
So Tia, it's your turn.
Yeah, you know what sounds great? Some healing. Sure does.
Next turn. I gotcha.
No. I will go ahead and cure wounds myself real quick here.
Alrighty.
'Cause I'm really not okay. Oh, cool. Full. I got 11 points back.
Very nice.
Nice.
I believe it was of roughly the damage she did to me.
Roughly.
Yeah, no, I'm good now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Alright. Citrine's turn.
Glare at Trill for a while.
Citrine is going to look at you, Ian, and just bound at the, she just turns and runs right at the chute and dives in.
But the door's closed.
He knows what he said.
Let's see if she can smash through that door, ladies and gentlemen.
Crash.
Crit fail! Boom! Right into the wood. And now the snow leopard is laying dazed on the ground. And here I was thinking that your snow leopard was going to just jump onto the back of Lilith on the way down. The guard does a thing. Lilith, you're up.
Alright, so I'm gonna
Is this still picturing the dazed snow leopard, or is this something else that I've missed?
No, this is my laughing at you forgetting the door was specifically latched shut.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot
he
that.
did Tobias time.
It's graceful bounding. Nope.
I want to go. Can I try to attack Trill non-lethally?
Yeah, you just tell me you don't want to kill her when you
Yeah,
attack her.
I don't want to kill her.
Oh, you're way nicer than I am, because she pounded my face in.
Alright, so with my longsword, that is a 11 to hit.
That will miss. She twirls gracefully out of the way as your
course she does.
longsword just carves into part of the wood behind her.
Okay.
And then it's her turn, so she will, in fact, retaliate in kind.
Alright.
Non-natural 20 to hit.
Hits.
So that's 15 points of piercing damage as her short sword just seems to find just the part as your arm is stretched. She finds that part underneath your armor and just jabs it in, and you feel your entire arm just go numb for a second.
That was
And her second attack is a 17.
miss, but do I need to make a con save to make sure I stay conscious? Because that was
You
more than half
do.
my health.
Yes, you do.
That is a 7.
So, the reason she misses with her second attack is you fall face first down into the water as you lose consciousness.
Good.
Down into the water, and you say good. I'd like to point out that you are now currently drowning.
Oh, no, not yet. She hasn't taken her first breath yet.
Great. Awesome.
He knows the mechanics for this part, actually. Good. Good. Good.
So, Ian, you just watched a snow leopard jump face first into a door.
So I open the latch to the dumbwaiter,
Mm-hmm.
and I go to the door and lock the door.
Well, you're already at the door. I assume
So
you would
lock
just
the door.
lock the
Oh, I
door.
lock the door and then
Open the
latch.
Latch. All right, Tia, you're up. As you see, Trill. Now your savior has come. Also, by the way, the +2 to your AC is gone because unconscious over there is no longer concentrating on the spell.
Helpful. Awesome. I'm gonna go
You're-
over to unconscious over there and flip her over.
So you flip her over from the water so she doesn't start drowning herself. She's just kind of like, the mouth is like soundlessly moving. The eyes are kind of half open, but not focused and kind of vibrating back and forth at a very high speed.
Oh my savior. Great. I can only do this once, but I'm gonna go ahead and use healing hands to at least give her 2 hit points.
Alrighty. You recovered 2 hit points. That doesn't bring you from that's a save to get out of the
Right.
the unconsciousness, but that does keep her from, you know, dying instantly to a stab to the throat, for instance.
Yeah, well,
nice.
that stab would have killed her from the back of the throat or the front. It doesn't really matter.
That's
This is
true.
true.
At least she's not drowning.
Thank you.
I don't know that there's really much else that I can do, though, so here we are.
Yep. I mean, there is something you guys can do that JJ attempted to get someone else to do.
JJ caused problems.
JJ created all the problems. So that was Tia. That brings us to Citrine, who, let's see if she's focused again. Yeah, okay, so she regains, or shakes herself, kind of staggers to her feet. She loses half her speed getting up, but now she's not as keen at jumping down there, so she's going to actually start following Ian's lead. Guard does a thing. Lilith, make your save.
All right. Constitution, right?
Constitution.
Nope, that's a nat 1. So 3.
No, you're... Wow. So Trill's going to go.
What's up, Trill?
I'm trying to think what Trill would do. Would she move in to attack you?
Attack me or finish the kill?
Yep, I know what she's going to do. She's going to move in to attack you. First attack. She's going to miss. That's a 4.
Yup, that is a solid miss.
And that's on the die, not even adding her thing. But no matter what I add, that's not going to... And that one is 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that is 7.
That'll also Wrath of the Storm.
It's 5, so that's 12 plus 3, so that's 15 points of piercing damage.
Well, I suppose it would if it didn't knock me out.
Yep. Though to be fair, she wasn't going for the kill.
Yeah, I still only had 15 health points, so...
Yeah. So she drives the blade into your shoulder, and she's aimed specifically, or not the shoulder. She drives the blade right into one of the scales that covers your heart, and the scale catches the blade, so you don't actually take the piercing, but the force of the blade, and she slams your back directly into one of the wooden columns, just kind of shuddering your heart for a second, and your head smashes back and hits the wood. And as everything goes black, you fall to the ground. You look over as she sheaths the sword, opens the door, and Koran comes in with the staff, and he looks and he goes, I guess 2 more. Walks over and knocks Lilith's head with the end of the staff, knocking her out. Above you hear a commotion. You don't know what's going on, but you do feel, as you start to go black, shackles being latched around your wrists and ankles. And that is Passage of Faith. This has been the Reliably Chaotic podcast. Champions of Solane is an original Dungeons & Dragons adventure written by Bryan Scharf using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set published by Wizards of the Coast. My name is Bryan Scharf, and I've been your DM. You can reach me at ReliableDM on Twitter. The part of Alatiel was played by Sabrina. The part of Sister Lilith was played by Nicole Summers, and the part of Brother Ein was played by JJ. Theme music by Adrian von Ziegler. All other music by Kevin MacLeod on the Incompetech website. Detailed information on music used is provided in this episode's description. The music for this episode was selected by Nicole Summers, and the episode was edited by Matthew Reed. Contact us on Twitter at Reliably Chaotic, or email us at reliablychaotic@gmail.com. If you like us and want to support our show, please support us on Patreon at patreon.com/reliablychaotic, or by leaving a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. Thank you for listening. We hope to see you again in our next adventure.